Have you ever felt like you were alone in the world? Nobody is understanding you, and even you yourself are blaming yourself for being who you are, totally isolated.
And by isolated, we don't mean here like you live alone in a place or something. No, isolated like your emotions are isolated, your body is isolated, your soul is isolated. So you don't know how to get yourself together. Literally, like separated, shattered, like this, if we may say so. So, this is how we mean isolated.
Yeah. Hello, everyone.
Yes, welcome to
uh,
Speak
to
Langs English podcast.
yeah,
Okay, this is Tasneem.
this is Sarah.
Okay,
What are we going to talk about today?
yeah, we had a deep introduction, I think.
Mm,
Okay, so today we have a famous India movie, which is like Stars on Earth. Have you ever heard about it, guys? I think it's somehow, mm,
it's all but gold.
somehow, yeah, somehow I didn't want to say the word old, it's like 2007. Not very old this way. So, but it's not really new. So
Yeah,
maybe like, yeah, like nearly 20 years ago. Yeah, wow, time flies.
yeah, time
Okay.
flies, definitely.
Yes. So, have you ever guys heard about this movie? It's really a perfect one. We watched it. We watched it and we really liked it. I think we also did a review about it before.
Yep, I'll put the link about this review in the description below.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. But before we start talking about the movie, let's start first with some little tiny introduction. Um, I think we're now living in the era of technology. Like
Yeah.
all people,
Mm.
like yeah, me for example, I can be like looking something into my laptop, looking while while scrolling on my mobile phone or using my mobile phone, and the TV is on.
Mm.
All these technology stuff that we were like, I think for example, for me, it exploded suddenly. And 20 years ago, there wasn't something that's called smartphone or something like this, at least for me.
Mm.
And the all these technology stuff uh, it increases the distractional conditions, like distracting our minds.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like, of course, technology is good, but in the same time, we have many distractions, really. Like, I cannot nowadays, for example, about me, I cannot do anything without listening in the same time, I cannot maybe preparing any PowerPoint or preparing anything for my
Mm,
job or preparing, like, so without putting something on and listen to it, whatever
mm,
it is, like a story, an audiobook, or so just I play something, I have to do this,
mm.
so it's really a distraction, yeah, even if I deny it, but it's a distraction, because
uh,
I should really focus on what I'm doing,
mm.
and listening takes a lot of my concentration,
Yeah, it's like
gets
you're
a lot of my.
multitasking.
Yes, yes, this way. And at the end of the day, I find some mistakes after checking
Yeah.
again my task. So I have, to edit it or maybe re-prepare the thing. So really, this distraction thing has created something also, which is, the conditions related to concentration. We
Yeah,
have today many conditions related to
exactly.
concentration.
We are not talking about, yani, now we talked about normal
Mm,
concentration problems that we all have. But
mm,
lately, not lately actually, about for 20 or 30 or maybe or even more years ago, uh, more and more concentration related conditions have been arousing, and like dyslexia and
yes.
dyscalculia. All these conditions have been like, I don't know. I don't know that. I don't think that in the old days. I mean, in the very old days,
Yes.
there were or there was something like this before.
Yeah, I believe so also. I think in this movie they were telling us about dyslexia, which was, let's say, somehow rare about the time, which was
Mm.
2007, you know? Like, if you see it like this, it was rare at this time, at the starting of the new millennia, you know? It was
Oh,
rare, but nowadays I don't believe so.
yeah.
I believe it's like,
You know
getting.
what?
Mm-mm.
I don't think it was rare. It's just that nobody knew what it was
Yeah,
at the
another
time.
point of view. Yes, yes,
Yeah,
another good one. Yes.
yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
Now, let's go to the movie itself. What
Yes.
do you think about the movie?
Wow. A very big question.
Yup.
Okay. What I really like or think about the movie is think and like, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. What I like about the movie is that it gave me the chance not only to see the life of a dyslexic person, not only to see how he lived or how he communicated with his family. No, I had the chance to see through his eyes. You
Mm.
get what I mean? Because in the movie, you had these
Ah.
scenes like how this boy was reading. He didn't really see letters.
Ah.
You
I
remember this
saw
one?
them swimming or something.
Yeah, I mean, more of waves, waves of pencil,
Yeah.
pencil writing, waves like this. No clear letters as we see them when we read,
Mm.
like to know the blessing we have. So he really didn't see any um, clear letters as we can.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
definitely. Wow.
Mm-mm-mm.
I think this movie was very, very great. I especially like the acting of the young or the young
Yes,
actor and the main character at the same
yes.
time. It
Genius
was
people.
like, yeah,
Mm.
definitely a genius, small one, very
Yes,
really. He was like he really acted his role well, and I like also that at least at the beginning. I don't remember about the middle or the ending of the movie, but the beginning, there are lots and lots of scenes that is showing him alone. He's like he in his own world. He
yes,
doesn't care about time. He doesn't care about what other people feel, but in not in a bad way. He just
yes.
that's how he is.
Yes, yes, yes. Not doesn't care, if we may say so. It's
Mm-hmm.
not caring. He really doesn't feel these things.
Yeah.
He doesn't feel the mess of the world outside his mind. Because
Mm-hmm.
he has a big mess already inside his
Yeah.
mind. That's why. So he
Um.
doesn't feel time. He doesn't feel, that he has maybe to clean his room, to get up early, to go to school, to get
Mm-hmm.
dressed, to. So he cannot do this. He cannot
Yeah.
be neat outside if he didn't get neat inside, get neat inside his mind. This is first, and then you can get neat outside. But he really
Yeah.
didn't find this neatness inside his mind. I think he didn't find it easy. Yeah.
I think it's yeah, it's suitable for the character more to like he is alone in the world. At the beginning of the movie, it was like and the music is on, and he's like a scene following scenes following each other
Yes.
of him like between the cars and in front of the water or ocean. I think it was an ocean or a sea.
Yes. Yes. It
I'm not
was like
sure.
another movie, I believe. It was like you are watching another movie at the beginning.
Yeah,
Yes, like what are they going to talk about like this? So it was like maybe a comic movie or something, but this is at the beginning. Then you get to
yeah.
understand everything. Yes, yes, because it was,
Uh,
as we say, rare at that time.
Very good. Yani,
Mm-mm.
okay, okay. We might
Maybe.
ramble on and on for hours.
Yes, yes, this movie is really a perfect one. That's why.
Okay. Hmm.
Okay, so do you have kind of a best scene in the movie?
Wow. Okay. If I am to choose one best scene, it would be the scene when the teacher explained to the father, actually the only one who
Mm-mm.
stood still actually and
Yes.
kept his stubbornness until the very end of the movie, or at
Yeah.
least I don't know. And I think that the about an hour passed of the movie. I think after 1 hour, okay, he
Yes.
was the father. He still didn't believe that his son had a condition, and his son is just lazy. Okay, so the teacher, I don't know, at some point, I don't remember exactly,
Mm,
he decided to visit the parents' house.
mm.
And he tried to explain what is dyslexia. Actually, the way is what I like most. The way he
Oh,
explained what is dyslexia.
yes.
He showed the father, I think, a board with some Chinese on
Yes.
it. So this
Mm,
is not for our Chinese who know Chinese, and our friends who know Chinese know that this is not for you guys.
yes.
So the father definitely didn't know Chinese. So
Yes.
and he shouted at him, "Read!"
Mm,
And the
mm.
father didn't. I don't know how to read. I don't know how to read Chinese. I don't know it. And the
Yes.
teacher shouted again, "Read, read!" in a loud voice. And the father, oh, I don't know. And he was so frustrated and started to shake,
Yes.
I think.
Yes.
Uh, and then he repeated it again. The teacher repeated it again, and the same thing happened. He doesn't know how to read Chinese.
Yes.
And then the teacher said calmly, "This is how your son feels when you press him, when you pressure him."
Yes.
And I think, yeah, I wanted to clap for the teacher at this
Yes.
scene.
Yes.
Actually, this scene puts or gives you this all the dyslexia definition in a nutshell. It's
Mm,
very
yes, yes. I think
mm,
this scene was like, let's say, a peak in the movie. Yes, it was really
mm,
very good. This feeling like he was helpless. This
exactly.
father, yes, yes, he
This
was.
is how the brain reacts. I don't know how to read.
Yes, yes, he
Yeah,
was like for the first time of in his life in the shoes of his son.
yeah,
Yes, yes, yes.
yeah.
Yeah, I like this one
Okay,
also. Yeah.
okay. How about you? What's your favorite scene?
Okay. I think for me, I don't have like a best scene because I really love the whole movie. But just if I prefer something, this will be the ideas. So for me, the first one that I said when we started, the idea of seeing through the dyslexic person's eyes, this one was great, perfect.
Mm,
The other one that I like is as you said just now, like his family did not really accept this that he is a special kid. He is
no.
like maybe a
Mm,
condition. He maybe has a condition, as you say.
mm,
So they just dealt with him as if he was lazy. He was,
spoiled.
spoiled. Yes, he
Yeah.
just didn't want to study like all children. In the same way, sorry, in the same time, they were comparing him all the time to his older brother. Remember? Comparing him.
Yeah.
Why aren't you
Yeah.
do
This
like
is
him? Why?
disastrous.
Yes, yes. Why aren't you getting as good scores at school like
Mm,
he does?
mm.
Like, I am the father. I think at one scene he told him maybe like I'm giving you the money for your school and I'm giving you the money to live. So why aren't you studying? Why aren't you you know
Ah. Mm.
so all these kinds of blaming, yes, we as audience we see them like, why is this man, so tough with his son? Why is he like this?
Mm.
But really, this man was afraid for his son. You know, all
Yeah.
parents are
This
like
is a
this.
point of view. Mm.
Yes, yes, all parents are like this. And this also is a way of showing that you are really afraid about him. He wanted him
Mm.
to learn something, to have a good job in the future, to study well, to have friends, to live like his peers, have the same
Yeah.
life. But when we do this, sometimes, when we go far away with our fearness as maybe parents, as people in response, sorry, people with responsibility or people who have responsibility. So when we go so far with our fears, so we don't leave our children maybe the chance to move, to discover by themselves and so on.
Yeah. We chain them down.
Yes, yes, and then the same time he did what was done with him as a child. Yani this father, he was
Mm.
raised this way. He was
Yeah.
raised the same way.
Yeah.
So we
Mm.
just, why aren't you doing like all children? Why aren't you going the same way we all went and so on? So
Mm.
he acted this way, like mindlessly this way, in the same time pushed by his fear for his son. because
Hmm.
at the end of the day, it's his son, so he must have loved him very much. Just wanted him to have a better life, better job, a good education, and but just this maybe blinded his mind understanding his son well.
You know, he got
Mm,
his punishment for all this cruelty at the end. The ending scene,
yeah.
the very last scene of the movie, the son was moving out of the school. So he was leaving the teacher behind. And whom did he run to?
Yes, yes. I think the son just ran to the person who understood him, the person who supported him, the person who, got him to discover his talent, which was, I think,
Yes,
drawing in the movie.
exactly. The person who
Yes,
cared about him the most, or that he felt cared about
yes,
him the most,
yes, yes.
the teacher.
But again, I don't know. Calling it a punishment, it can be,
Mm.
but it was maybe, mm, let's say, an eye opener for the father. I think an eye opener. Just just this
Yeah,
son.
like from now on, what will he do? I think this is like some kind of an
Maybe.
open ending for the father.
Yes, yes, yes. Like
Uh,
this son is not
mm,
like old sons. This son needs you to be
mm,
a different parent, even.
yeah,
This son needs you not to be tough and force him and put pressure on him all the time. No, he needs you to be a different kind of a parent. So this I prefer to call like maybe eye opener, maybe yeah, of course he will remember it as a father like for the whole of
mm,
his life, yeah, if we may say so. But yes, I think he would like uh, he will support his son now on.
yeah. It will
Mm,
be good if he was a good father from now on.
yeah, yeah, I think so.
Okay. So at
Because
the
really
end,
understand. So sorry.
no,
Because
no, no,
really
take your time.
understanding, understanding is I think the only way to go through such conditions and
Yeah,
so.
yeah,
Yes,
exactly, exactly.
yes, yes,
So at the end, okay, at the end of the day, it took only one person for the child, like to show his talents and to
yes,
like spread his wings. It took only one person
yes,
who truly understands him.
yes, yes.
This is amazing.
Because mainly if you look at the core of the topic you'll find just what is dyslexia. It's not like it's not something in the body, it's not a disease in the body, it's not a disease in the mind, it's not even a disease, it's something like a condition affecting the brain that makes it difficult for someone to read and write. So it's mainly
Yeah.
nothing, harming, nothing harming the body, nothing harmful. It's something
No.
that can be cured, really. It's not this.
Yeah, with love and care. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I'm
definitely.
not belittling it, I'm not just, I'm not thinking that it's something small. No, I'm just saying that it can be dealt with, it can be healed. It just needs, people need just some support, some understanding and so on.
Exactly. And of
Mm-mm.
course, it can't be treated with violence or cruelty.
Yes, yes, like pushing and stress and
Mm.
yeah, then really the movie told all this in a
Mm.
perfect way. Yes,
Yeah,
yes. And of course, guys, we are not experts and we are not therapists.
yeah.
We're just sharing our opinion about a movie we loved. That's
Yeah, we
all.
don't know anything about dyslexia. We just like,
Scientifically, yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's just
Yes.
like the movie, we liked it so much, and we yeah, only try to tell you or try to share it with you.
Yes.
We don't know the first thing about dyslexia.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
this is true. I just wanted to share with you a movie that we really loved. We loved the ideas, the scenes, the actors, everything about the movie was just like
yeah,
in the right place. That's why.
yeah. Okay, it was a very good movie. Okay,
Okay. Yes.
let's wrap this up. All right. Yeah, I think
Yes.
this is the end, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Okay, so we
Uh,
finished, I think, our like speaking about this perfect movie. I would just like really to go for more, but just this is it for today.
mm
Yeah. Okay, so if you guys have any topic you would like us to speak about or a recommendation for us to speak about, please share it with us in the comments.
And of course, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share to our
Yeah.
channel.
Yes. Okay, and this is it for today. Bye bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.